Hey guys, it's Mommy of Two, Wife of One. It's March 21st, 2016. I still have two babies. I still have one husband. So I am still Mommy of Two, Wife of One. Yay me. Um, for most of you, spring break is coming up soon for you, for your children. And if you are a stay at home mommy like me, this is the perfect opportunity to put your organization and your planning skills to work. This is the time to create a schedule for your children, a spring break schedule, to ensure that they make the most out of every day that they're out of school. My main thing is that I didn't want my child to watch movies or be on his iPad every single day and all day every single day. So I came up with a schedule to get him and his sister out of the house, to make sure that they're going places where they can learn new things, they can have fun, they can just experience something different. And if you're not a stay at home mom, then definitely take advantage of the evenings that you have with your child and on the weekends during spring break. Make sure you find something for them to do. It doesn't have to be anything, excuse me, that costs a lot of money. Find something that is free, or take them to the museum, take them to the library. The library has tons of programs during spring break, along with the museums. A lot of them have specialty programs as well during this time. But definitely take the time to take your kids out to do something. If you're going to travel, make sure you overpack when it comes to clothing. One thing I always overpack with my children and with myself, I always overpack on underwear, I always overpack socks, because you never know what can happen throughout the day. And I tend to overpack with outfits as well, but definitely socks and underwear. So make sure you overpack, make sure you pack ahead of time, have your map already lined out or your directions printed out. I know most people use the GPS, but I tend to use the GPS on my phone. I also have written directions as well. So make sure you have all of that stuff in place before you hit the road or you get on that plane to go somewhere. You don't have to plan out every single day that you're away, but I think it helps to have an idea of what kind of activities you want to do. And even though spring break is this week, there's also the perfect time to start planning your summer, whether it's summer vacations or a summer camp for your children, or whatever the case may be. I mean, summer for some seems really far away, but we're already in spring and the year is already a quarter of the way done already. So it's never too early to start planning those. Start planning your summer vacations and your summer, for us, it's going to be summer road trips. And one tip that I have when it comes to that, we plan on going to a couple of amusement parks this year. And obviously, amusement park prices are pretty hefty. And it does something to my spirit if I put down money, a large amount of money at one time. It was like hundreds of dollars. And even though I know it's going to be worth it and it's going to be fun and eventually I'm going to have to buy all the tickets and it's going to cost so much money, still in my mind, just pressing accept or send or whatever for an amount in the hundreds just kind of does something to me. So one thing I do to kind of offset costs a little bit is to buy the tickets one at a time. So we're in March now, and I already know one amusement park that we're going to go to in Pennsylvania is Sesame Place for both of my babies. So thankfully, I can buy the tickets online, and the tickets online aren't for a specific day. They're just for this season of 2016. So I can buy one ticket one week. Another 2 or 3 weeks, I can buy another ticket for another person in the family. So by the time we get to whenever I leave to go there, we'll already have all the tickets for everyone. They'll already be paid for. So that's one less thing I have to pay for when I get there. And that allows me the chance to use my extra money as spending money when I get there. And I think last time I went, I also bought a parking pass as well ahead of time. And for a lot of these amusement parks, I want to say all of them, you can probably do that on their website. And just, again, buy them one at a time when you have a little extra money, especially if you already know when you're planning on going. And even if you don't have a specific date, if you know that that's your goal for the summer, then you need to do that. And if it is your goal for the summer, but you are thinking like, I don't know, I want to do it, but I don't know if I can do it, buy that first ticket to force yourself to go. In the summer, you can go during the fall, you can go during the springtime, whatever it is. But sometimes you have to force yourself to do things. And if you buy that ticket, you're not going to want to waste the money for that ticket. And a lot of tickets, when you buy them, you have to put the person's name that the ticket is for. You can't just buy it and say, okay, I'll just sell it to somebody else. No, you have to put your name or your child's name on there. And that way it's going to force you to get a plan together to get wherever you're going, down south, up north, Midwest, wherever it is. So those are some tips for the springtime. Again, just because it's springtime does not mean that the weather is cooperative depending on where you're located. So make sure you guys are dressing according to the weather. Make sure that you come up with some things for your child to do during spring break. Make sure they're going to the library and they're getting new books and they're reading out loud to you, or you're reading out loud to them. Have them keep a journal for the spring break so they can record all the wonderful things that they did. Make sure you take plenty of pictures, and at the end of spring break, make a spring break photo album that they can show their teacher and their students when they get back to school, or even something that you guys can keep and you can show your child when they get older. We have these things in my house called treasure boxes, and I haven't really been doing a great job of updating treasure boxes, but it's basically a box with accomplishments from school. It has my son's christening outfit in there. It has his baby book in there. You know, any certificates that he got from pre-K and kindergarten, first grade, they're all in there. And also, you know, if I have hard pictures, most pictures are obviously on the computer, but if I print out any pictures of things that he experienced or places that he went, they would go in the treasure box as well. I had a huge treasure box that I kept for myself with all of the things that I've done, all my movie stuff, tickets, and all that stuff. And I don't really do that anymore, but I think it is important, and it's a great thing for children to look back on, like, wow, my mom did a lot of stuff with me, or my parents took me to a lot of places. Because more than likely, they're not going to remember some of these places, but that's why you keep the treasure box, so that they can be kind of reminded of the memories, and they can kind of encourage them when they become parents to do a lot of stuff for their kids as well. To take full advantage of this time that they have out of school. Again, if you are a working mom or working dad, I completely understand. Take full advantage of those evenings that you have with your children, or those mornings that you have with your children, and the weekends. You can still do plenty of stuff with the time that you're allowed it. Again, this is Mommy of Two, Wife of One. I thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble on this week. I pray that you guys are safe and you're happy and you're healthy. And I pray that you continue to watch me. I pray that you're learning from me. And I hope one day that I can learn from you guys as well. Please send all of your topic suggestions or your questions to momof2wife1@gmail.com. That's mom of the number 2, wife of ONE at gmail.com. And I'll see you guys next week.